Choosing your MOS. Today's video is going to be about choosing your MOS, or better known as your military occupational specialty. So my name is Aaron. I'm a United States Army Reservist, and my MOS is 27 Delta, or Paralegal Specialist. So the reason for this video today is I kind of want to help you guys out in your process of joining the military. So I want to emphasize picking a job that you genuinely want to do. So the reason why I think this is important is I've seen so many people join and they do jobs that they just dislike immensely. And you have a choice in this whole thing. And I guess the reason why I want to talk to you about this today is because I've seen so many people go in, they go to the recruiter's office, they see massive bonuses for certain jobs, and they sign that and they get the bonus, and then that's the job they're doing. But then they come out and they have little job satisfaction. So I just want to kind of let you think about it and don't exactly chase the jobs with bonuses, because if you think about it, there's a reason why a bonus is being assigned to that job, just because it's the needs of the military and they need somebody to fill that position. And also your bonus is getting taxed at like 45%. So whatever your bonus is, you can slash that in half and then slash that in half again, because you get for the first half of it after you're done training, and then you get the other, I believe, half is split up between the rest of your contract. You also want to think about if you're a reservist or if you are a active duty member. This is also different for the different branches. I believe the other branches, you choose your field you want to be in, and then after you finish your training, then they assign you what your MOS is going to be. The Army is a little different. You get to select your actual job prior to shipping out. So you have your job in your contract, and then obviously once you go to AIT, you finish your training, and then you go do your job. And then if you're not good enough in your job school, they'll reassign you to a different MOS. So again, be cognizant of what you want. I would tell any young person that's joining, or anybody joining later in life, to choose your job based on something you can imagine yourself doing, something you want to wake up and do, that you don't mind getting out of bed on a Monday morning and going and doing your job all day. Because if you get a job you don't want, you're going to hate your life, and you're going to have a lot of job dissatisfaction, and it's not going to be good for your mental health. So I would choose a job that generally would interest you, and if it's something you'd be happy doing. That's if you're active duty. So on the reserve side, it's a little different, because I mean, let's be honest, if you're a reservist, you're probably not really doing your MOS very often. Most of your time in the reserves is chasing metrics and making sure you're staying in the standards. So kind of going to my journey a little bit, kind of let you know how I chose my job. So when I came in, I decided to become a reservist. I wanted to get a job that I could translate into the civilian world, because at this time I already had a career, but I was looking to change my career and do something different with my life. So I decided to find a job in the military that could train me and that would translate once I got home. So I ended up choosing Paralegal Specialist because I looked in the job market and I saw what paralegals on the civilian side make, and I thought to myself, well, that's a good career I could have. And subsequently, when I did come home from AIT, I worked in restaurants for a little bit, waiting tables, until I was able to get a job as a paralegal. And I finally found a job as a paralegal. It's not what I do anymore, but being a paralegal is what opened the doors to get me to where I am in my career on the civilian side, and I'm very successful on the civilian side right now. So it is a good stepping stone. So whatever education you have and whatever training you get, it does apply to the real world. So that's why I say be selective in what you want. The other jobs I thought about doing was a public affairs specialist. And that's because I went to school for public relations in college, and I thought that was something that could translate into the civilian side, what I was doing, like broadcast news or something like that. I also thought about intel analyst, because I thought about maybe doing FBI or something like that. So I guess to say this is take your real life experiences, see what you've done before, see how it translates into a job in the military, or if you're looking for a job post-military, find something that you genuinely interests you, that you could pursue and translate afterwards. Because at the end of the day, um, your job satisfaction is very important. Again, you don't want to be doing something you don't want to do. Um, and if you can wake up happy every morning doing the job you're doing, life is better, even if you don't get a bonus. So if you found this video to be helpful, just leave a comment. Please like, share, subscribe. If you have more questions about choosing your MOS, the requirements, taking your ASVAB, going to basic training,